Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's not just about music, but about resilience, spirit, and a rhythm that could never be silenced. Let's talk about the day they tried to ban our drums. Picture this: bustling communities in the Americas, filled with the vibrant sounds of Africa. The drum wasn't just an instrument, it was a lifeline. It was our connection to the motherland, a way to speak to each other across vast plantations, a way to share stories, to celebrate, to mourn, and to organize. The drum was our newspaper, our telephone, our heartbeat made audible. Every beat was a syllable, every rhythm a sentence. It was a language of its own, a language of unity and of hope. But to the powerful, to the enslavers, this was terrifying. They saw unity, and they feared rebellion. They heard a language they couldn't understand, and they feared conspiracy. They saw joy and cultural pride, and they feared the strength it gave our ancestors. The drum was a symbol of an identity they were trying to erase. They believed that if they could silence the drum, they could silence the spirit of a people. So they passed laws across the colonies, from the Caribbean to the North American mainland. The drum was outlawed. They took them, they broke them, they burned them. An act of profound cultural violence. The intention was clear: to sever the connection to Africa, to break the lines of communication, and to crush the spirit of resistance. For a moment, there was a forced silence. The air, once thick with rhythm, was suddenly empty. It must have been a deafening quiet. But did it work? Did the rhythm die? Absolutely not. This is where the story turns from one of oppression to one of incredible ingenuity and unbreakable spirit. You can ban an object, but you can't ban a rhythm that lives inside of you. Our ancestors were creators, innovators. When they took the drums, our bodies became the instruments. This is the birth of Patin Juba. The hands became the drumheads, slapping against thighs, chests, and arms. The feet became the bass, stomping out intricate polyrhythms on wooden floors and bare earth. The human voice took on a new role, creating percussive sounds, clicks, and calls that mimicked the missing drums. We became living, breathing drum kits. Every clap, every stomp, every slap was an act of defiance. It was a declaration that our culture was not for the taking. Think about it. In the face of total suppression, we didn't just preserve the rhythm, we evolved it. This percussive tradition, born from a ban, laid the groundwork for so much of the music we love today. It flowed into the spirituals, giving them their driving pulse. It danced its way into the blues, into the syncopation of ragtime and jazz. You can hear its echo in the backbeat of rock and roll, in the complex patterns of funk, and in the very foundation of hip-hop, where beatboxing is its most direct descendant. It's an incredible legacy. They tried to silence the drum, but they only forced the rhythm deeper into our souls, into our very DNA. It became so ingrained that it couldn't be contained. It burst forth in new and unexpected ways, shaping the sound of the entire world, from the plantations to the global stage. That beat, that heart of Africa, never stopped. And it wasn't just in North America. Look at the Caribbean. In Trinidad, when the tambu bamboo drums were also banned, what happened? The people turned to the discarded oil drums of the industrial age, hammering and tuning them into one of the most beautiful acoustic instruments ever invented, the steel pan. It's the same story, a different chapter. A ban leads to innovation. Oppression leads to creation. The spirit finds a way. This history is so important because it reminds us that our culture is not fragile. It is powerful, adaptable, and enduring. It shows us that even when they try to take everything, they can't take what's inside of us. Our joy, our creativity, our connection to each other, that is our power. The drum was a tool, but the rhythm was the source. So, the next time you hear a beat that makes you want to move, no matter the genre, take a moment. Listen closely. You might just hear the echo of a forbidden drum. You might hear the defiant stomp of a foot on a dusty floor, the resilient clap of hands. The unbreakable heartbeat of ancestors who refused to be silenced. They proved that you can't kill a rhythm, you can't outlaw a soul. The beat goes on, and in every pulse it still speaks that one powerful word: freedom. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. This history is our history, and it's a story worth telling and retelling. If you found this meaningful, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss our next story. Until next time, stay proud, stay strong, and keep feeling that rhythm.